Aura of a global superstar, Jungkook BTS creates new history on the cover of ELLE Korea. Hello everyone. And welcome back to K-pop Idol. The home of stories that define generations. The home of idols who rise beyond the stage. And the home of legends, whose influence travels far beyond music. Today is not just another update. It is not simply about fashion. Nor is it only about a magazine cover. Today is about presence. It is about impact. It is about how one individual can shift the atmosphere of an entire industry without saying a single word. Because today, Jungkook of BTS stands at the center of a moment that will be remembered. When ELLE Korea unveiled Jungkook as their cover star, time seemed to pause. Not because the world was surprised, but because the world recognized something powerful. An aura shaped by years of discipline. A confidence earned through experience. A calm strength that cannot be copied. This is not a young idol chasing relevance. This is a global superstar who has already defined an era and continues to evolve beyond it. Jungkook does not demand attention. He attracts it. In every image from this ELLE Korea shoot, there is restraint, elegance, and intention. Nothing feels excessive. Nothing feels forced. Every detail reflects someone who understands his influence and chooses to use it wisely. His eyes tell a story of countless rehearsals, of pressure that came early, of responsibility carried quietly, and of growth that happened in front of the world. From a teenager stepping onto the stage for the first time, to an artist commanding stadiums, to now, a cultural figure recognized by one of the most respected fashion publications in the world. ELLE Korea did not simply select Jungkook for his visuals. They chose him for what he represents: balance, discipline, global relevance. He bridges generations, connects cultures, and speaks a universal language that goes beyond words. As the magne of BTS, Jungkook carried expectations few could truly understand. Yet instead of being defined by pressure, he transformed it into purpose. Each performance sharpened his artistry. Each challenge strengthened his resolve. Each year added depth to the person the world now sees. This ELLE Korea cover marks a moment of reflection. Not a peak, but a checkpoint. A reminder that Jungkook's journey is not about chasing milestones, but about building legacy. The response was immediate and global. Fans across continents felt the weight of the moment. Fashion critics noted the effortless authority he brings to every frame. Industry insiders recognized the significance of this alignment, because Jungkook does not adapt to trends. Trends adjust around him. He brings authenticity to spaces that often rely on illusion. He brings sincerity to industries built on image. And perhaps that is why this cover resonates so deeply. Behind the luxury styling and refined aesthetics, behind the perfectly tailored silhouettes, the high fashion lighting, and the global attention that follows every frame, there is still the same Jungkook. The artist who wakes up thinking about music. The performer who measures his worth not by applause, but by growth. Focused, grounded, and endlessly committed to his craft. This is not an image built overnight. This is not a persona created for the camera. This is the result of years spent refining talent, absorbing criticism, embracing pressure, and choosing discipline over comfort. And this is what separates true icons from fleeting stars. Fleeting stars shine brightly for a moment, then fade when trends change. Icons endure. They evolve. They remain relevant. Not because the world demands it, but because their artistry continues to speak. This moment with ELLE Korea is not just another fashion feature. It is a reflection of a larger shift, one that has been quietly unfolding. For years, K-pop is no longer entering global spaces. It is shaping them, redefining them, setting new standards for what global artistry looks like, sounds like, and feels like. And Jungkook stands at the center of this movement as one of its strongest, clearest symbols. Not because he tries to represent an industry, but because his authenticity naturally does. At K-pop Idol, we believe moments like this are not just meant to be celebrated. They are meant to be understood. Because history is rarely written only through loud headlines or dramatic announcements. More often, history is written through quiet moments. A gaze that feels different. A presence that feels assured. A confidence that no longer asks for validation. Moments that subtly, but powerfully, redefine standards. This is one of those moments. Jungkook is not finished. He is not slowing down. He is not looking back to chase what once was. He is moving forward. With clarity born from experience. With confidence shaped by resilience. With an identity that no longer needs explanation. Because it is unmistakably his own. Years from now, when people look back at the evolution of global pop culture, this chapter will stand not as a footnote, but as a turning point. A moment when artistry, maturity, and global influence aligned, without losing sincerity. Thank you for spending this moment with K-pop Idol, a place where stories are never rushed, where every headline is explored with meaning, and where idols are not just seen, but truly understood. Here, we go beyond the surface. We look past the flashing lights, past the trending keywords, and into the journeys, the sacrifices, and the quiet strength that shape true artists. At K-pop Idol, stories are told with depth. Idols are honored with context. And achievements are celebrated, not just for their scale, but for the human effort behind them. This is where legends are recognized. Not years later. Not through nostalgia. But while they are still writing history. One performance. One decision. One unforgettable moment at a time. Every era matters. Every step forward counts. And every story deserves to be told. With respect, clarity, and heart. So as the music continues to evolve, as stages grow bigger, and as K-pop keeps shaping global culture, we'll be right here, watching closely, listening carefully, and sharing stories that last longer than any trend. Stay tuned for more moments that matter. Stay inspired by the artists who dare to grow. And stay with K-pop Idol, where passion meets perspective, and history is captured